Greetings, Earthlings! Welcome to RFF Picks. Today, I have a correlated esports bet for you for July 25th. This is going to be Thursday morning. Get ready for that. So it's going to be $50 to win 450 Counter-Strike and League of Legends. League of Legends starting at 6 in the morning Central Time. And not going to lie to y'all, we have been extremely cold as of recently. We've had a lot of unlucky bets, I would say. Obviously, I don't like to use luck and unlucky, but I would say that, a lot of the slips in the past we've had a lot of green even, but we haven't had a slip just fully come together at all. And so it's been very frustrating. We've had a couple, I would say a couple of wins, a couple of big wins on the MVP, on the winnable, but I know the YouTube and the free plan has been slacking all in all. So it's been tough. And last time that this happened, I started getting a little bit, I don't go very hot and cold, or I don't get too hot when I win and I don't get too cold when I lose. But right now it definitely has been a little bit frustrating, and I'm trying to get a win out there for y'all, but it just has not gone our way at all. So I'm really sorry about that. And I would say for all the haters out there that don't believe in me, just don't stick along. Honestly, if you're a hater and you don't believe in the plays, then that's fine. I completely understand. I would just go find other people, but I still feel very strongly in what we're doing around here. And the past month, I would say, has been relatively tough, but since starting the channel back in March, we are up. I would say now maybe a more logical thing to say would be we are up closer to $3,000 since starting that. So definitely down a bit, maybe like 750 over the past couple of weeks, but we don't want that small sample size to be what we've done in the past but since 5 months ago since starting this, or 5 months ago since starting the channel. So finally, here is going to be the play that I gave out on the YouTube yesterday. I actually did follow along throughout this entire matchup, or at least through maps 1 and 3. BJK was looking very strong in maps 1, or after map 1, and map 2 and 3, they just got completely stomped, and the other team ended up winning. And BJK was actually the favorite in this matchup. That's why the 80 carry had a 17 kill total, and the mid laner was 13.5. And we really just needed, honestly, just one of those map 1 and 2 for them to compete a little bit more. And game 3, they actually just got completely annihilated. It was very sad. The other team ended up getting 28 kills, and they only had 5. It was just a complete beatdown. So really sad. I think the last game we needed the mid laner to get 4 kills and the bot laner to get 7, which really, given the favoritism, or them being favorited in this matchup, that isn't too outlandish, but they just we got 2 kills here and I think 2 here, so they really did not do good. And like I said earlier on the video, we're just getting unlucky within the plays, because this MLB ended up hitting relatively easily, right? We had 1 base and then 4 bases on this one, and then this is another play. This is a play that I gave out early on in the morning, and actually doing some research here, this is actually the 2 teammates that ended up playing these 2 guys, right? So I actually doubled down a little bit to where I bet on both sides of the matchup. I don't know how much I love doing that, but there was a little bit of a advantageous slip when it came to both this and this. So the lines were a little bit low comparatively to other sportsbooks. So I said, screw it, I'm going to take both sides of the bet and try that out. And this ended up faring pretty well, obviously, because I was on DP, the mid laner 11.5, and then we had the bot laner go for 11. And so these pretty much hit within the first 2 maps. And so that kind of shows, based off of what I've said previously, to where, they were 1-1 in the first 2 maps, but that first game, this team was the DP team was very competitive to where they kind of kept up in their kill total, right? So I tried to take on both sides a little bit, because like I said, there was a little small advantage compared to underdog, I believe. So I wanted to do both. But as you can see, I talk about it all the time, and I know there are a lot of people out there that said, oh, he's correlated, but he loses, blah, blah, blah. But we had the correlation right here. Both ended up going below their kill total. And then we had the correlation right here, and both ended up going over, obviously. And then we had this Mitchell Parker going over his strikeouts, and then JP Sears, this guy pitched for like 7 innings and was just completely cold and was 1 strikeout away from hitting. So I really, really wanted this to hit. I know it's very frustrating picking these 4-man plays, but the payout shifts are getting hit really, really hard on these correlated bets on the 5-man slips. And I know the 5-man slips, I talk about it all the time. When I started the channel, I started doing 6-man plays, and those are very, very difficult to hit regardless of if you have the correlation and all that kind of good stuff on those slips, because once again, you have to hit 6 out of 6 plays, which is very difficult. So the 5-man slips I really like, and I try to put those in, but they're so difficult because when you do it, they payout shift it ridiculous. They will go down from 10x all the way down to 6x, and it's just ridiculous. And so that alone at least kind of shows that these plays are good to bet. And so you don't want to get too down, like I said earlier in the video. You don't want to get too distraught when we're making these plays, because it seems like they are on the right side, right? So 1 strikeout away from this play. I gave this out on the free plan on the winnable very, very early this morning, or not very early, maybe at like 9 in the morning on this play. So didn't end up hitting on that, and I thought we were going to hit this. I thought we were going to hit. It's really sad. But here is our Real Friends community, Real Friends in Football. We started 2 years ago, me and Miles. Initially wanted that channel to be a gambling channel. We kind of shifted the direction on that one, and just did mostly general football, because we started to realize that it's a lot easier to create a YouTube channel on football when it's just based off of football, just generic football. We talk everything on there. We talk fantasy, we talk gambling, we talk general football stuff. We do everything, all sorts of things football on that channel. So obviously, me and Miles are very passionate when it comes to gambling, and so we wanted to start a subset channel called RFF Picks. We started this channel right after the Super Bowl, like I said, 5 months ago. 5 months ago. 5 months ago. February 24th. Yeah, pretty much right after Super Bowl, we started this channel. We're up to 1,800 subscribers. We have a RFF Shorts channel and then a podcast channel over here as well. So go give us a look on these channels. And as you can see below, I'm up 500 units over the past 3 years, 7% ROI, 7,000 bets. And this is on a screenshot of my Action Network. And, I saw a lot of hateful comments out there saying like, oh, they're down, they're losing, blah, blah, blah. It is what it is. But as you can see, over the past 3 years, we have hit dips and bad moments, but we have to make sure that we keep on keeping on, right? So I hit a dip right here. I hit a dip here. I hit a dip here. I remember this dip right here. This one was really, really bad, to where it was just, you feel like very unlucky. And so I want to talk about that, right? Because it almost kind of mirror images what we've done on this YouTube channel, right? I feel like initially on the channel when we first started it, we were getting acclimated to everything, and I feel like we were kind of down within that first month that we started the channel. I think March wasn't the best of a channel, or wasn't the best when it came to, winning picks. Obviously, we did a lot of correlated NHL on there, and I feel like NHL at the end of the day isn't very correlated. So I kind of shifted away from that. We started doing esports, right? We do esports doing really well for us, and then finally we're kind of hitting like a rut right now, but I feel like we're going to bounce back or eventually, and we're waiting for that moment. I believe I'm still hitting bets out there. I remember doing that early on in March, where, we were down, doing NHL, and then finally we did esports, and we hit $2,000, and so that obviously those were back-to-back plays that ended up hitting on a 6-man, so those are really, really good. So, finally, this is our winnable. What this is it's an easy platform to get our plays. Obviously, it's going to be very difficult right now to, advertise the MVP plan. So perfectly fine if you want to sign up for code RFF, and it's going to be a month free. Type in code RFF, get a month free on our MVP plan to get all of our plays. And then once again, it's even at this current moment very difficult to advertise, even signing up for the free plan. So the free plan is going to be the YouTube plays, and then the Taco Tuesdays, or any discounted lines that we get from PrizePicks or other sports books we put on our free plan, right? So if you sign up for the winnable, you will get a text or email immediately when we give out those plays, right? So MVP plan, that's going to be all of our plays. Like I said, think of it more as the whole, right? Couple weeks, we've definitely been in the rut. It's been difficult, and we're trying to adjust to doing the payout shifts and all that kind of stuff. And throughout us starting this channel, we're up money, right? So you have to look at it that way throughout a month-to-month basis. If you're paying for an MVP plan over the past 5 months, that'd be $500, right, through 5 months. And like I said, I am up $3,000 since starting that since starting our channel. So you would be up $2,500 at that moment, right? So, or at this current moment since doing that. So obviously right now we're kind of not doing too hot, so it's hard to do that. But if you don't believe in the process, you don't believe what I'm talking about right here, I completely understand if you want to leave and do that. But I'm going to keep on keeping on. I'm going to keep doing these plays, and I'm going to trust the process. And I know there are people out there that do keep trusting on the process. So finally, this is going to be the play. We're going to do League of Legends. We're actually betting on 2 underdogs here. The past 3 plays that I've given out, the underdog has fared well. And so we're going to take the underdog on this play. We're going to go 4 kills on the top laner for LGD and 6 kills on the bot laner. So all we're really wishing for here is for one game that they are either competitive or win the matchup, right? If they win one of these games, map 1 or 2, I feel like they're very likely to hit these kill totals, right? Because the way League of Legends works is if a team wins, most everyone on the field or on the rift will end up hitting their kill total, right? So what we're wanting here, if they win, the bot laner is probably going to get 4 or 5 kills. The top laner will get 1 or probably 2, 3 kills if they win. And then that's what we're going to do here. And like I said, we are doing correlated betting through League of Legends. And so we're going to go over, pairing up teammates. Like I said, we talk about it, right? Over, right here. Correlation. And then we obviously went over here, but they both went under, right? So that's kind of, I like to talk about it in the way that we're looking at pretty much 1.5 slips when we're pairing up these guys, because a lot of the times they go in the same direction, right? And then at the bottom here, we're going to do a Counter-Strike play, and that's going to be correlated as well. So best of 13 rounds, each map, they go best of 13. And so what we're wanting for here is for there to be a lot of games back and forth within that map, within these 2 maps. And if that happens, then they're very likely to go over their kill total, right? So the way Counter-Strike works is we pair up 2 opponents together, we go over, and then League of Legends, like I said, I'm an avid League of Legends player. I've been playing League of Legends through pretty much 12 years of my life, almost since the beginning of League of Legends. I even applied and got pretty decently far on a coaching job through one of the League of Legends teams. So League of Legends is very correlated. Getting teammates together, to me, is super, super strong, and we're barely getting payout shifted here. 50 to win 450. Obviously, at the end of the day, this is still going to be a very difficult slip to hit, and I want y'all to know that. 50 to win 450, right? We need 4 plays to hit, but I still feel like we're getting some advantage here doing a play like this rather than betting, all these random slips that don't make sense. I feel like a lot of times I'll see people out there on Twitter giving slips out there, and it's like basketball, it's freaking baseball, it's hockey, it's football. We want our plays to tell a story, right? So we have a story here, pairing them all up together in a play. We're doing all Moors. I know a lot of you like Moors, so that's going to be the play. Sorry, I rambled on a lot on this one, but I do apologize. And I feel like we're doing the right thing. We're betting the right bets, but they just haven't fell into place correctly for us. So that's going to be the play. Best of luck out there. I will be posting tomorrow as well. We're due for one. All right, see y'all.